Alright, so we're working on this.
Working on a GMC van with a rotted body mount.
Frame to the body mount in the whole back corner here, way back in the corner. So we ended up cutting a hole into the bottom of the floor to get to the frame rail. We tried loosening up all the other bolts, they wouldn't come off, so got to go in from the top, which actually from the top we would have had to come up here anyway because this part of it's rotted also. So that's the part that's rotted. So we cut the floor out. There's the bolt. There's usually nothing left of the bolt. Okay. So that bolt comes up through the floor under the frame. This ear is the ear of the frame rail. That's still good. We're just gonna fix this hole, right? Because the hole got a little oblong from rubbing everything. This is all rotted, so we're gonna put a piece under here, weld a piece onto that, weld a piece onto this bottom piece here first. Then we're gonna install the mount down where it's supposed to go, seal off this hole with a plate, with a hole in it, with a nut and bolt to catch all this back on. And then we'll weld a new floor pan, a new floor panel in. Alright? Alright, so we got the forklift out here. Pick the body up to get enough clearance so we can do all our welding in here, and then it'll drop back down into place where it's supposed to be once we're done. Alright, so we trimmed all this rusted stuff back from here. So from where my fingers are, from here around to here, it's like just a shield or a cover to keep all the crap out of here. So got this tin made up. It's pretty thick, but this is I'm gonna slip this under from underneath, and it's gonna basically go all the way to the frame rail. The body mount, the body around that piece, all the way down, around, under, and come back up like this, and it'll be cut out, right? And then this is sealed off on this side. So that'll seal it off. That'll seal this mount off. That's why that mount's all corroded and rotted, because everything got thrown up into here. So then we're gonna fix that, weld that, seal all that off. Then I'm gonna take a plate, 1/8" plate, and make this piece that goes in here, which would be that rotted thing. Okay, which is, there's nothing left of that. So we'll make that, make a hole where the bolt comes through, go get a grade 8 bolt, nut and bolt, washers and stuff, and then remount the mount. So for right now, cut that out, we're gonna mount that in there and get that sealed off. Alright, good. Got all that sealed off, that's all welded all the way around. Got that all welded, so now this and this and this is all one piece again. Now we're going to put this mount in here, going to clean that thing up, and then this mount actually, those are 2 pieces deals, so we're going to clean that up, put that back together. I got to fix this hole so that fits in there, right? And then we're going to put a plate, across this whole thing, so it'll look just like that. And then we'll cut down into it like that, and then we'll cap it back off, see what happens. Alright, so got an 1/8" plate, which is actually thicker than what's in there. Alright, so now we got to make it fit in this hole and then be able to weld it all down inside there. Alright, so we're going to cut it up to make it fit that shape. Alright, so that's the bolt, nothing left of it. So we picked up a new bolt, all new washers, new hardware. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another plate on top of that where the nut goes. I'm going to weld the nut to this so it's got something to latch onto. And then we'll be able to take the bolt on and off without having to cut all this off. Because the original one, this was welded in there, but there's not much left of it. Alright, so we're going to take care of that. Alright, I'm gonna get this piece in here now, start welding all that up. See how it works out. Alright, so got the nut caulk washer. We're gonna weld the washer, weld the nut. I got that flat. Alright, we let the body back down to where it's supposed to be. And we're gonna weld this all the way around. And then we're gonna put a plate here and here like this. Right? To here to seal it all off and make it stronger. And we'll weld all this stuff back on. Weld the plate back on. Alright? Alright, so we added these other two pieces, right? Gonna weld them up. This thing will be nice and solid. Alright? Alright, so we're all set with that. Got everything welded up. Put some rhino lining in it, so it's all black undercoated rhino lining. Make sure it's nice. I'm gonna let that dry, and then we'll finish welding the plate on the top. Tighten up the bolt, and then we'll clean up the bottom and undercoat everything underneath also to protect it. Alright, we got that all set. Undercoated all around the seams. And we're gonna put a plate over it. Making a nice plate to go over the whole thing. Cover it back up. And we should be good.
Alright, we weld this patch on there, and then I'll seam seal it all, and we're good to go after. Galvanizing sucks the weld, dude. So you gotta clean it off real nice.
I can't take this off because it's
seamed all the way
like
in there.
I don't know what he used. Some kind of caulking or something.
Probably like a liquid nail thing.
Yeah, that kind of like yeah. So we got some seam sealer on it. This way it'll seal it all off. Throw some paint on there later. After that dries, and we're done.
I think I got some silver paint. We'll make it match.
It don't matter. Just throw some paint on it. Actually, we should just. I can spray this stuff on it.
No. I'll do
I'll
like
spray that on it. That's rhino coating. This way it won't chip nothing either.
Alright, whatever.
Alright, let's clean this mess up, man. It's getting late.